There's somebody right now that is waiting for you to say yes, because you are the answered prayer.
So here we go. Chapter 2, The Shift.
Hey guys, it is a beautiful day. Today is actually Sunday. So by the time you see this, it'll probably be maybe a day or two later. But it's been a minute. I wanted to just give you some updates on what's been going on, what God has been doing. It's just been insane, the amount of movement that's been happening. It's been really wild. Just the changes that we've experienced as a family, some of the things that God is doing, some of the ups and downs. If you've been following along for our close friends and family, you know that we've been going through some things as well. And in all of it, God has been good. In all of it, God has been faithful. And I would say right now, some of the things that he's doing that is really just impressing on me, that I can't stop. My mind keeps circling back to these things over and over again, is that, I don't know if you can hear the birds. First of all, it's beautiful. The seasons are changing. So like the trees are coming to life. Flowers are blossoming and blooming. It's really beautiful out here. So some of the things that God is doing is he's reminding me constantly that there is no substitute for his presence in our lives. There's no substitute for the things that he has for us to fill in those places deep down inside of us that we find oftentimes empty, that we try to fill with other things. And also, there is no substitute. If you're looking for adventure in life, if you're looking for purpose and fulfillment, there is no substitute for having a relationship with Jesus. And I know that might sound cliche, but I tell you, the more we say yes to God, not only does he show up, but he leads us to places that we would have never imagined that we would be at. Sitting like with people in the community and sitting at tables and being invited to places that otherwise we would have never been able to have access to in our own strength. But God is coordinating specific people at specific times, like these divine appointments, to bring us in community with like believers, people that are like radical for the kingdom, that are exercising radical faith, people that have had dreams and visions and desires in their hearts that have just been like stirring and ruminating for a season and a time. And then when we sit together, we start sharing our vision with each other, and lo and behold, it's the same exact vision. And it's like, okay, so they're receiving confirmation that now is the time. We're receiving confirmation that now is the time. I guess the only credit we can give, right, is to God for coordinating that effort. There are people that have said things like, oh, I've been trying to move out of Oregon for 2 or 3 years, but it seemed like God was just telling me to wait. And now I understand why I needed to wait. It's for this. Like, that's powerful. We recently went to Florida to get certified as marriage coaches. Vanessa and I did. And while we were there, we were sitting at a table with this couple that we met for the first time. And then lo and behold, we start sharing our testimony, and they're going through the same thing that we just went through. We had an experience in church where, it was less than desirable, and God was calling us to step out of that church. And so that process was a really emotional season for us. And so it took us a long time to really understand what God was doing in that. And it was like over the course of 2 years. And so we end up transitioning out, found a healthy space that we could be in to just kind of settle and heal and rediscover our passion for the Lord again. And this couple was in that exact same process. So we were maybe just a few steps ahead of them. And then we start sharing our vision for what we're doing here in Oregon. And then they're just like, their eyes light up, and one of them's crying, and they're like, oh my gosh, we have the exact same vision, but we're going to be doing this in South Carolina. And I was just like, look at God. Look at how God brings people together, uses the seasons of your life, uses the situations, the highs, the lows, the lights and darks, to create this like beautiful masterpiece for his glory, for his honor. And so that's like a really, generalized summarization of what's been going on. But I'll share more later. But I really want to finish with this. This is my encouragement to you. Say yes to God. My encouragement is, whatever it is that God has been stirring in your heart, it's there for a reason. Say yes. There's somebody right now that is waiting for you to say yes, because you are the answered prayer. You are the answer to their prayer. Somebody right now is waiting for your gift, your skill, your talent, your ability to be exercised in the kingdom, for the kingdom, so that they could see God move in a tangible way in their life. Somebody is waiting for you to say yes. Somebody in the community is waiting for your vision. Somebody in the community is waiting for what you have to be brought to the table and said, hey, I don't have much, but this is what I can do. And that exact thing is the very piece of the puzzle that someone else is waiting for. So I just encourage you to say yes, because you can make a greater impact in your sphere of influence and in your community than you think. So don't look at what you don't have. Look at what you do. Don't focus on anybody else, because you are a one of one. That comparison is a waste of time. Bring to the table what you have in your hands. Bring to the table your time, talent, and treasure, the thing that you have to offer to the kingdom, and just present it before the Lord and say, Lord, I don't know where and I don't know how to start, but this is what I have. Lord, would you show me, guide me, give me a vision, give me a dream, send somebody in my life to help me confirm this. Whatever it is that you need to have your conversation with God about, just prepare your heart to say yes. Your faithful obedience to the Lord will activate his faithful presence in your life. The Lord draws near to us when we draw near to him. This relationship is both ways. It's not like God is going to force himself into your life and invade your private spaces. He wants to be invited in, and he is ready, willing, and waiting to be invited. So would you just stop thinking about all the details about how it's not going to work, and just say yes to God in private, and see what he won't do for you in public to help confirm that he is with you and he is for you. All right, God bless you guys. I hope you were encouraged, and I hope this is just something to motivate you. God bless.